Alright, testing audio, testing movement. Okay, it appears like we are good. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper, and I'm here with my streaming of Rebellion's Secret Game second stage. Last time we left off, the second stage had begun, and various teams were moving around in order to adjust to their new conditions. Shuhei's group has very incompatible conditions, but are trying to stick together. Tsukasa is trying to basically use, he told me to kill all the players since he doesn't feel need to be strategic anymore with her on his beck and call. But that backfired on him when Shuhei's group got the drop on him and injured Hitomi. Majima and Yui are looking for memory chips together, and because Yui's PDA was fixed and her special function can detect... Oh, sorry, I should mention something about that. Last episode I said that Yui's special function was to detect cubes within a 10-meter radius. It's actually just detects unfound cubes, so it doesn't find any already discovered cubes. So yeah, they're using her special function to help narrow down their options, and Majima is finally coming to grips with the reality of the game. Rei attacked Kurokawa and basically he made him get her food as she doesn't take any of his crap. Mitsuru's with Hatsune and she's just using him, although he doesn't know that. And Yuna and Mariko are still in the mountain hut together and not having done all that much. And so that's where we're going to leave off. This is right after the Hitomi and Tsukasa were driven back by Shuhei's group. 2 hours after the fierce battle at the mountain cabin. When Haruna Hosoutani looked up at the sky from the veranda of the cabin, she saw while clouds still lingered, the rain had completely stopped. Perhaps they were being too hasty, but the insects that had been resting under the trees and leaves were once again taking flight one after another. Haruna looked away from them to her PDA and activated her special function to get a grasp on the other players' actions. First, the red-haired girl, the Jack, had apparently been staying in practically the same area with the Ace. Next, the black-haired girl, the 9, encountered the 8, 5, and 7, and apparently stuck with the 8 in the southwestern part of the field. The 5 and 7 were also in the southwest, but in a different area from the 9 and 8. The Joker and Queen were heading to the northwestern part of the field, almost like they were trying to avoid the other players. And the 2 and the King, Hitomi and Tsukasa, had headed for the abandoned village 2 hours ago and showed no signs of heading back their way. Since they haven't made any contacts in a while, I think it's safe to assume that the 10 was the first player who died. Which means that the player who pulled the trigger for the second stage was the last one with the 10. The Queen? Haruna knew from the information she'd gathered so far that the Ace, 10, and Queen were Mariko, Daisuke, and Hatsune. But she didn't know which number applied to which. In any case, it seems it would be best to be careful of them. Just then, she heard the door open behind her. She turned around and saw Kotomi there.
春菜ちゃん、しゅうちゃんが呼んでるよ。
Haruna, Shu's calling for you.
わかった。今行く。
Alright, I'm coming. When she entered the cabin, Haruna found Shuhei, who was supposed to be sleeping in bed, all up and ready.
周平、脳震盪はもういいの？
Shuhei, are you sure you're okay after that concussion?
ああ、まだ多少はクラクラするけどな。
Yeah, though my head's still spinning a little.
ごめんね、しゅうちゃん。
I'm sorry, Shu.
私が余計なこと言ったばっかりに。
If only I hadn't been so selfish.
コトミ、そんなこと気にするな。
Don't worry about that, Kotomi.
仕方なく戦いにはなったが、できれば俺だって誰も殺したくはなかったんだ。春菜には甘いと言われるだろうけどな。
The whole fight was inevitable. I don't want to kill anyone if I don't have to either. Though I'm betting you'll call me naive for that, Haruna.
当たり前よ。
Of course I will.
まさかあの瞳を捉えようとするなんて。
I still can't believe you actually tried to capture Hitomi. Just remembering it sent shivers up Haruna's spine. Had she not run over and intervened when Shuhei had tried to hold Hitomi down and they had stuck her in place, he would have been sliced in two. Haruna silenced Shuhei and Kotomi with a sharp glare.
でも、二人ともこれで分かったでしょ。
But now you guys get it, right?
このゲームがただの殺し合いに過ぎないってことが。
This game is nothing more than a battle to the death.
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah, you're right.
しゅうちゃん？
もちろん、このゲームを肯定するつもりはないさ。
Of course, I don't mean to affirm this game or anything,
だけど、
but
このままじゃ俺たちはきっと生き残れない。
at this rate, we'll never survive.
なあ、春菜。司と瞳が今どうしているかわかるか？
Hey, Haruna, do you know what Tsukasa and Hitomi are doing right now?
大丈夫。かなり離れたエリアにいるわ。
Don't worry, they're far away from us.
でも、雨も上がったし、きっとまたここに来るはずよ。
But now that the rain has stopped, I'm sure they'll come back again.
だろうな。
Yeah, I figured.
どうして二人ともそう思うの？
Huh? Why do you guys think that?
司はきっとこのゲームに乗ることを選んだんだ。
Tsukasa has definitely decided to play this game.
さっきは俺の特殊機能を使っていたから、琴美の特殊機能で司のクリア条件を確認することはできなかったけど、
I was using my special function earlier, so you weren't able to use yours to figure out what Tsukasa's clear condition was.
多分司のクリア条件には俺たちのうちの誰かの死亡か、もしくは不特定多数のプレイヤーの死亡が入っているんだと思う。
But it probably involves the deaths of either one of us or an unspecified number of players.
じゃあ、ここはもう安全じゃないってこと？
Then you mean this place is no longer safe?
あ
Yeah.
あ、さっきは春菜の特殊機能のおかげでたまたま裏をかくことができたけど、多分あの二人に同じ手はもう通用しない。
Thanks to Haruna's special function, we managed to outfox him last time, but I don't think the same trick will work on him twice.
でしょうね。
I agree.
私の経験から言っても、瞳は最強クラスのプレイヤーよ。
Just talking from experience, but Hitomi is a top-class player.
でも襲われたら、正直撃退できる自信はないわ。
If she attacks us again, I doubt we can win in a fair fight.
でも、それじゃどうすればいいの？
Then what should we do?
別の隠れ場所を見つけるしかないな。
We'll have to find another place to hide. It's our only choice.
春菜、ここの他にどこかいい場所はないか？
Haruna, what other good places are there for that?
そうね。
Let me think. Haruna took out her PDA and opened the map. She already had a Canada in mind.
ここ、なんていうの？
What about right here?
そこって。
Huh? Isn't that... Shuhei and Kotomi's faces changed when they saw what Haruna was indicating. Before long, Shuhei smirked.
なるほど。その場所は盲点だったな。
I see. That's a total blind spot, isn't it? After that, the team gathered their things and quickly left. When they went outside, they found a clear autumn sky above them.
よし、行くか。
Okay, ready? Yeah. Shuhei and Komi start descending the mountain. Haruna casually looked back as she followed them. Though she only spent 2 days there with Shuhei. It felt like her conversation with him on the veranda was ages ago.
春菜、どうした？
Haruna, is something wrong?
うんなんでもない
No, it's nothing. She'd likely never see that place again for the rest of her life. Haruna buried those sentiments in her heart, and she trod down the mountain after Shuhei. Okay. The heat radiating from the campfire warmed him. Wait, sorry. I don't know how I got that. Before long, the third night of the game arrived on the field. The rain that had fallen that afternoon had already stopped. Yuna Todo grimly walked through the damp forest air as she made her way for the hut where Mariko was waiting.
私何やってんのかしら
What the hell am I even doing?
あの彼だってファーストステージのうちに会えていればあんな風に死なせずに済んだかもしれないのに
If I'd found that guy during the first stage, maybe he wouldn't have had to die like that. The sky was still orange when she'd found that shed sitting past the mountain trail. The boy she'd found inside had likely been the trigger for the second stage. Yuna suddenly felt nauseated when she remembered the stench of blood lingering in that shed. That said, she couldn't wallow in regret forever.
私も見習わなくっちゃねあいつの強さを
I have to learn from his strength. Soon enough, her target came into view. Yuna concealed the grim look on her face, pumped herself up, and put on a fearless expression as she knocked on the door. Immediately after, she heard a nervous voice from inside. Who's there?
ああ私よマリコ
Oh, it's just me, Mariko.
さ今から入るけど間違っても私を撃ったりしないでね
Right. I'm coming in, so don't shoot me by mistake, okay? She said that as she opened the door. And found Mariko, who had risen from her futon in the room, lowering the gun she'd been given for self-defense.
おかえりなさいユーナさん
Welcome back, Yuna.
ただいまマリコ調子はどうてかその顔色からするとあんまり良くはなさそうね
Good to be back. How are you doing? Judging from that face, I'm guessing not so good?
すいません
Yes. Sorry.
いいのよ、別に謝らなくても。マリコは怪我人なんだから。
Hey, no need to apologize. You're the injured one here.
それより食事はちゃんと食べたの？
Anyway, did you make sure to eat?
それが食欲がなくて。
No, I wasn't hungry.
ダメよ、弱っている時こそちゃんと食べないと。
That's not good. You gotta eat when you're not feeling well. Right.
ほら、私が缶詰開けてあげるから。
Here, I'll open that can for you. Yuna reached for the canned peaches by Mariko's pillow.
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
ユナさん、それ何ですか？
Yuna, what's that?
え？
Huh? Mariko was pointing at some blood stuck to the hem of Yuna's skirt with a pale face.
ああ、そっか。
Oh, right.
さっき死体を調べた時についたのね。
Must have gone on me when I checked that body earlier.
死体って。
A body?
そう、実は見つけちゃったのよ。多分彼がセカンドステージのトリガだったんだと思うんだけど。
Yeah, I found one. I think he was the trigger for the second stage.
茶髪で青っぽい制服を着た男だったんだけど、マリコは心当たりあったりする？
He had brown hair and wore a blue uniform. Does that ring any bells to you, Mariko?
青っぽい制服って言ったら、
Brown hair? And a blue uniform?
もしかして知ってるの？
Wait, did you know him?
よく聞こえなかったんだけど。
Huh? Sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
あれ、どうしたの？
Huh? What's wrong? Yuna took another look at Mariko and realized her face was even paler than before, probably from the shock that someone she knew had died. All of a sudden, her body slanted to the side.
ちょっとマリコ！
Huh? Hey, Mariko?
何これ、すごい熱じゃない。
Oh god, you're burning up! A single moment's touch was all it took for Yuna to realize Mariko had, a high fever. But that wasn't all. Her body was violently shivering all over. A generalized seizure? Could an arrow wound really do all that? A deep wound like this could indeed cause tissue reactions and lead to fevers and shivers. But this didn't seem like the type of shivering caused by mere fever. Fevers didn't make all your muscles from your hands, feet, chest, and face shiver. There was only one illness Yuna knew that could induce these symptoms.
じゃあ、もしかしてこれって。
Then, could this be? Tetanus. Considering the situation, it wasn't unreasonable to suspect that. It was a lethal illness caused by bacteria entering through a wound. In order to treat the symptoms, Yuna needed antibiotics, but she had no idea if she'd even find those right out in the middle of nowhere. Day 4. The sound of systematic breathing quietly echoed through the room. Tsukasa Mitsubayashi looked down on the slumbering Hitomi as he checked the time on his PDA.
4時30分
4:30 a.m.
このエリアに入ってからそろそろ1時間半か
It's almost been an hour and a half since we entered this area, huh? Hitomi's clear condition was, don't stay in the same area for more than 2 hours. Just carrying her to another area while she slept would have been enough, but there was no way Tsukasa could pull that off of his scrawny arms. So all he could do was keep himself awake and let Hitomi sleep until she only had a few minutes left to go. Before long, light drifted in from cracks in the rod walls like mist.
まさか
So it's morning now. The dust floating in the air sparkled in the light like something out of a dream. When he saw Hitomi's face grow clearer in that light, Tsukasa honestly thought she looked pretty.
そういえばどうしてるかな僕のシクラメンたちは
Come to think of it, I wonder how my cyclamens are doing. Cyclamens. Tsukasa took another look at Hitomi's face as he suddenly remembered the plants that he was growing in his room. So long as you didn't forget to take frequent care of them, they would always blossom into beautiful flowers each year. Tsukasa felt they somewhat resembled Hitomi, who swore an absolute obedience and devoted herself wholeheartedly to him.
本当に綺麗だなこうしてみると嘘みたいに
Now that I'm looking at her like this, she really is very beautiful. He then gently caressed Hitomi's cheek, just like he would have the cyclamen. Just then, Hitomi twitched.
Tsukasa-sama?
Master Tsukasa?
おはようひとみそろそろ時間だよ
Good morning, Hitomi. It's almost time.
もしかしてずっとそうしていらっしゃったのですか？
Have you been like this the whole time?
あひとみがあんまり綺麗だったから
Yes. You're just so pretty, you know.
ご冗談をおやめください。
Please do not tease me.
そうかな僕は本気で言ってるつもりだけど
Tease? I thought I was being completely serious.
お戯れを。
You jest! Hitomi rose to her feet with flushed cheeks and straightened out the hem of her dress. She fixed her stand-up collar, tied her apron girdle, and pulled her gloves at the wrist. Finally, she straightened her frayed hair and bowed at Tsukasa.
それでは私は一度隣のエリアに行ってまいります。
And I shall be heading into the nearby area.
待ってここからは僕も一緒に行動するよ
Wait. From now on, I'm coming with you.
ひとみの怪我の具合が心配だからね
I'm worried about your wounds.
いいえ、こんなものはもう何でもありません。
Please do not. These are nothing.
いやそれじゃあ僕の立場がないでしょ僕の考えが甘かったせいでひとみに怪我をさせてしまったんだから
No. That would mean a complete loss of face for me, wouldn't it? After all, it was my arrogance that got you hurt.
何をおっしゃいます。昨日のことは全て私がいけなかったのです。
That is not true. Yesterday's failure was entirely on my incompetence.
私がもっと周囲を警戒していれば司様をあのような危険な目に遭わせることもありませんでした。
Had I paid closer attention to my surroundings, you would not have needed to face such danger.
ですから私は何とお詫び申し上げればいいか。
So I must atone for my mistake.
ひとみ分かったよ
Alright.
お前がそう言うなら僕もこれ以上は言わないことにするよ
If that's how you feel, then I won't stop you.
でもその代わり一つ教えてくれないかな
But can you tell me something in exchange?
何を でございましょうか。
What would that be? Hitomi gave Tsukasa a puzzled look. Tsukasa looked right back into her eyes.
お前はどうして僕にここまで尽くしてくれるんだ？
Why are you going so far for me?
それはもちろん司様が私のご主人様だからです。
Because you are my master, of course.
いや、そういうことじゃなくってさ。
No, that's not what I mean.
じゃあ質問を少し変えるよ。
Let me rephrase that.
瞳が僕のメイドでいることに何かメリットはあるのかい？
Do you gain something from being my maid?
いいえ、
No.
ご主人様を心より慕い、敬服し、そして守る。
To wholeheartedly adore, admire, and protect my master.
それが私の唯一にして絶対の存在意義なのです。そこにメリットなどはございません。
That is the sole absolute meaning to my existence. I gain nothing from it.
つまり僕のメイドでいることが瞳の一番の望みだと？
You mean being my maid is your greatest wish?
もちろんでございます。
Of course.
じゃあ瞳は
Then,
僕にあくまで主人としての振る舞いを望むんだね。
you want for me to act simply as your master, I take it?
はい、ご主人様。
Yes, master. Hitomi bowed reverently.
分かった。
All right. If that was the nourishment she needed, he'd gladly give it to her. Tsukasa took a short breath, then coolly addressed Hitomi.
それじゃあ命令だ。
Then here is your order.
僕は今よりも強力な武器が欲しい。
I want to get my hands on a stronger weapon.
手に入れてきてくれるね。
Can you get one for me?
はい、お任せくださいませ、ご主人様。
Yes. Leave it to me, master.
どうぞこちらでお待ちください。
Please wait here.
すぐに目的を遂げて戻ってまいりますので。
I shall fulfill my task shortly and return. Hitomi bowed with a smile and picked up her chainsaw lying against the wall. She walked out of the room as if she didn't even feel any after effects from her wounds. Tsukasa silently watched her go. At the same time, he felt somewhat bewildered by the inexplicable sensation of frustration welling up within him. The Central Control Facility. Haruna Hosultani had chosen this place as their new base because she believed it was a blind spot for many players. Since the administrators had held the briefing here, it could be considered the starting point of this game. And from Haruna's experience, very few players even thought about returning to the starting point. However, she was still worried, and so she was looking outside through a gap in the curtains.
あのさ、春菜ちゃん。
Haruna? Kotomi, who was in the corner of the room, broke her silence. Shuhei was currently taking a look around the facility. They left only Haruna and Kotomi in the conference room, with Kotomi tired from the trip down the mountain.
何？
What is it?
ずっと黙ってるのもなんだし、なんかおしゃべりとかしない？
You haven't said a word this whole time. Why don't we talk about something?
おしゃべり？
Like what?
ほら、最近見たテレビのこととか。
Like, you know. What's been on TV these days?
私、テレビってほとんど見ないから。
I don't watch much TV.
じゃあ、よく聞く音楽とか。
Then what about music you like?
あれ、もしかして興味ない？
Oh, are you not into music?
正直。
To be honest, Yes.
それに今はそんなことを話している場合じゃないと思うし。
And besides, I don't think this is the time to talk about that stuff.
それもそうだよね。
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
それよりお兄ちゃんがいないうちに琴美に聞いておきたいことがあるんだけど。
By the way, now... Sorry, by the way, now that my big brother's out, I'd like to ask you something. Is that alright?
え、どんなこと？
Huh? Like what? Thinking Haruna was alluding to her relationship with Shuhei, Komi's voice raised. But that wasn't what Haruna had in mind. Though she was reluctant to put a damper on the situation, she asked anyway.
このままゲームが進行したとして、もしクリア条件を達成する以外に生き残る方法がないとしたら、琴美はどうするの？
It's about this game. If it turns out there's no other way to survive but to fulfill our clear conditions, what will you do?
どうって？
Huh? What do you mean?
琴美のクリア条件にはお兄ちゃんの死亡が含まれていた。
Your clear condition involves my big brother's death.
だから聞かせてほしいの。
So I want to hear your thoughts.
もしその時が来たら、あなたは生き残ることを選ぶのか、それとも死ぬことを選ぶのか。
If that time comes, will you choose to live or die?
春菜ちゃん。
考えたくないというのはわかるわ。
I get that you don't want to think about it.
私だってそうだから。
Honestly, I don't either.
でも選択の時は確実に迫ってきているの。
But the time we have to decide is growing closer and closer.
その時が来たら、私もあなたもきっとどちらかを選ばなければならない。
When it does, we'll have to pick one of them.
そして私はそんな時、いつも自分が生き残ることを選んできた。
In times like these, I always chose to survive.
そして手を血で赤く染めてきたのよ。
Staying my hands in that matter is how I survived this long.
でも今回は私にもどうしたらいいかわからないの。
But now, I don't know what to do.
お兄ちゃんは私にとって特別すぎる人だから。
My big brother means so much to me.
だから聞かせて、あなたの答えを。
So I want to know your answer.
あなたにとってもお兄ちゃんは特別な人のはずだから。
Because I know he means a lot to you, too.
私はしゅうちゃんのいない世界なんて考えられないよ。
I can't imagine a world without Shu in it.
それがあなたの答え。
Is that your answer? Yeah,
そう。
I see.
ルナちゃんは
About you, Haruna?
春菜ちゃんはどっちを選ぶつもりなの？
Which will you choose, you think?
私は 私も多分琴美と同じだと思う。
Probably the same as you. That was the answer Haruna arrived at after all her thinking.
そっか。
I see.
じゃあ私たちは仲間だね。
And that makes us partners, doesn't it?
そう
True.
ね。ねえ春菜ちゃん、
Hey, Haruna?
このことはしゅうちゃんには内緒にしようね。
Keep this a secret from Shu, okay?
ええ、分かってる。
Yes, of course. Haruna and Kotomi exchanged faint smiles. Shortly afterwards, they heard Shuhei's footsteps down the hallway.
しゅうちゃんが戻ってきたみたい。
Oh, it looks like Shu's coming back.
春菜ちゃん、いつも通りにね。
Haruna, let's act like normal, okay?
え、
Okay.
しゅうちゃんおかえり。
Oh, welcome back, Shu.
ああ
Er, Right.
なんだ二人とも何か話してたんじゃなかったのか。
What's up, guys? Were you talking about something?
ねえ春菜ちゃん。
Nope. Right, Haruna?
ええそうね。
Yes, that's right.
まあシュウちゃんだからなんでもないんだってば。
Gee, Shu, we weren't talking about anything.
おいおい、別に怒ることはないだろう。
Whoa now, why are you getting so mad?
だってシュウちゃんが私たちに疑いの目を向けるから。
Because you don't look like you don't believe us. It seemed Kotomi was bad at playing dumb. Haruna quickly took Kotomi's role when she realized that. She quickly came up with an obvious topic to shift to.
お兄ちゃん、施設の捜索はどうだった？
Big brother, how'd your search of the facility go?
ああ、それなんだが、
Right, about that.
春菜、ちょっとお前の PDA を貸してくれないか。
Haruna, could you lend me your PDA for a bit?
いいけど、どうして？
I don't mind, but why?
ちょっとな。
I just want to check something. Haruna wasn't satisfied by his answer, but handed her PDA over regardless. Shuhei immediately activated her special function and began checking the player contact information.
ねえシュウちゃん何か気になることでもあるの？
Hey Shu, is something on your mind?
いや、大したことじゃないんだ。
No, it's not a big deal. But despite his laid-back words, Shuhei's eyes were dead serious. But his thoughts were a mystery. Eventually, he finished up and handed Haruna's PDA back to her.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
うん。それより何だったの？
You're welcome. But what was that about?
だから、大したことじゃないよ。
Like I said, no big deal.
司と瞳が今どこにいるのか、ちょっと気になっただけさ。
I was just curious where Tsukasa and Hitomi are.
でも、ここには向かってないみたいで安心したよ。
But fortunately, it doesn't look like they're headed our way.
そう。
Is that right? Haruna nodded, but deep down, something wasn't sitting right with her. When Shuhei noticed her stare, he quickly spoke up.
じゃあ俺、またちょっと施設内を回ってくるから。
Okay, I'm gonna go take another look around the facility. Huh?
待ってお兄ちゃん。さっきから何か様子が変よ。
Wait. You've been acting weird ever since you got back.
施設内はもう十分時間をかけて捜索したはずなのに。これ以上何を調べるつもりなの？
You spent more than enough time searching this place as is. What else could you want to look into?
いや、それは。
Well, you see... Shuhei stumbled over his words in the face of Haruna's pressing. But soon enough, he gave a wry smile of resignation.
実はもう少しで、ずっと考えていたことの答えが見つかりそうなんだ。
Truth is, I think I'm close to finding an answer to something I've been wondering about for a while.
ずっと考えていたこと。
Something you've been wondering about?
もしかしてそれって今後のこととか？
Do you mean what we're gonna do after this?
まあ、そんなところだ。
Something like that, yeah.
だからもうしばらくの間、一人で考えさせてくれないか。
So can you let me think by myself for a while?
その答えが見つかったら、その時に全て話すからさ。
Once I found an answer, I'll tell you guys everything.
そういうことなら
Okay, if you say so.
ね、春菜ちゃん。
Right, Haruna? Haruna and Kotomi had just been talking about what they plan to do after this. When she considered that, Haruna could understand why Shuhei would want some time alone to think.
そうね。わかったわ。
Alright, I understand.
ありがとう、二人とも。
Thanks, guys.
じゃあ悪いけど、またぐるっと施設を回ってくるよ。
Sorry, but I'm gonna take another look around this place.
ちょっと時間はかかるかもしれないけど、それまで2人はこの部屋で待っていてくれないか。
Might take a little while, but could you guys wait here until I get back?
わかったよ。
Okay, got it.
私も了解。
Roger.
そっか。本当に悪いな。
Okay. Sorry about this.
じゃあ、行ってくる。
I'll be going now. Shuhei left the conference room with those words. What kind of answer will you find, big brother? All alone with Kotomi in the empty conference room, all Haruna could do was sit still and wait until then. A gentle breeze caressed the trees of the forest. The humidity from yesterday's rain already faded. In contrast, dark clouds still hung heavy over Akinori Majima's heart. Am I really going crazy? He mulled over that question as he silently walked through the woods. Ever since he'd realized he'd come to accept this game without even noticing, a mysterious discomfort had accompanied him. All of a sudden, the very person who pointed out to him started whining.
真島さん。やっぱりさっきのこれ脱いじゃダメですか？私もう重くて暑くて汗だくで。
Can I take this thing off already? It's so heavy I'm sweating up a storm. By this thing, Yugi was referring to the object that came along with the food they found at their last memory chip dig site. But taking it off would completely defeat its purpose.
ダメに決まっているだろう。お前は何を言っているんだ。
Of course not. Are you even listening to yourself?
ねでも
But...
我慢しろ。昨日言ったことを忘れたのか？
Put up with it. Did you forget what you said yesterday?
はーい。
Okay. Yui flopped her head down. Concerning them walking all morning, there's no surprise she was getting tired.
次のポイントはすぐそこだ。もう一つの食料を手に入れたら二人で食事にしよう。
We're close to the next point. We'll eat once we get our hands on these next supplies.
いいんですか？
Wait, really? You mean that?
いいも何も。そのために俺たちは貴重なメモリーチップを使っているんだろう？
Of course. Why else would we be using these valuable memory chips?
それはそうですけど。
No, I get that. It's just...
真島さんがなんかちょっと昨日より優しいような。
You seem a little nicer than yesterday.
なんか言ったか？
You say something?
いや別になんでもないですよ。
Nope. Nothing at all. No siree.
まあいい。行くぞ。
Whatever. Let's go.
は
Okay. Majima walked with Yui, checking his PDA again for the point the memory chip had indicated. Before long, they arrived at a rather unremarkable patch of land covered in leaves.
どうやらここらしい。
This seems to be the spot.
い。了解です。それじゃあ穴掘り開始ですね。
Roger that. Then let's start digging. The two crouched down to the ground. Branches they could use to dig were lying right next to them.
真島さん、今度もまた食料以外に何か入ってるといいですね。
Wouldn't it be nice if we found something besides more supplies again?
そうだな。
Yeah.
真島さんだったら次は何が欲しいですか？グローブとかですか？
What would you like to find? A glove or something?
なぜ俺がそんなものを？
Why would I want that?
あれでも真島さんってボクシング習ってるんですよね。
Huh? Well, because you're a boxer, right?
いや、今はやってない。
No, not at the moment.
やめちゃってるんですか？
Wait, you mean you quit?
荻原、いいから手を動かせ。
Just get digging already.
あ、なんか話をそらそうとしていませんか？
Hey, you're dodging the subject, aren't you?
荻原、悪いが俺はお前に身の上話をするつもりはない。
Sorry, Ogihara, but I don't feel like telling you my life story.
大体、そう何度も食料以外のものが手に入るわけが。
Besides, shouldn't you know by now the odds of us finding something else are... Majima realized there was something else buried next to supplies they unearthed. It wasn't as big as what they'd found earlier, but when Majima unwrapped it, he discovered something truly unexpected.
これは
This is...
うわ、なんか強そうな銃ですね。
Whoa. That gun looks like it packs a real punch.
ああ、
Yeah.
俺も詳しくは分からんが、形からするとおそらくサブマシンガンの一種だろう。
I'm not an expert, but judging from its shape, I'd say it's probably some kind of SMG.
サブマシンガンですか？
What's an SMG?
軽機関銃のことだ。
A submachine gun.
機関銃って言ったらダダダダダダってやつのことですよね。でもこれすごい小さいですよ。
What? You mean those guns that go all... But it's so tiny.
確かスコーピオンとかいう銃だ。漫画で読んだ知識だから当てにはならんかな。
I think it's called Scorpion. Though I learned that from a manga, so I don't know if that's accurate.
どっちにしろすごいじゃないですか。
Either way, it's really powerful, huh?
でもこれどうするんですか？これってつまりその人殺しの武器なんですよね。
But what should we do with this? I mean, this is a weapon for killing others, isn't it?
そうだ。
Good question. Majima took another hard look at the submachine gun. A weapon for killing others. There's likely everyone playing the game knew that.
荻原、これはお前が持て。
You hold on to it, Ogihara.
ちょっと
Huh? Wait, hold on!
うわー、本物だ。
Whoa, it's real! Yui could tell how much man-stopping power the gun had just by holding it. For that assessment, Majima distanced himself from the submachine gun. After lunch, the two resumed their search for memory chips, just like the day before. Yui walked around with her PDA special function on, as she grimaced from the weight of the submachine gun hanging around her neck.
でも変ですよね、真島さん。
It's weird, isn't it, Majima?
何がだ。
What is?
だって私たちもう12個もメモリーチップを集めているのに、真島さんのクリアってまだみたいじゃないですか。
Well, you know, we already have 12 memory chips. Doesn't look like you fulfilled your condition, does it?
確かに。
True. Majima had been holding on to the chips they'd found so far, but his PDA had shown no change.
おそらく俺たちよりも多い数を所持しているプレイヤーがいるのだろう。
There's probably another player out there with more chips than us.
仕方ないさ。俺たちは動き出すのが遅かったからな。
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. We did have a late start after all.
それって私の PDA が壊れてたせいですよね。
Oh, you mean because my PDA was broken?
いや、それは関係ないだろ。
No, that's nothing to do with it.
むしろ悪いのは俺の方だ。
It's entirely my fault.
荻原がメモリーチップを探そうと言った時にも、俺は別のことに気を取られていたからな。
Back when you were telling me we should look for memory chips, I was obsessed with something else entirely.
もっと早い段階から荻原の言葉に 耳を傾けていれば今頃もう少しは楽になっていただろうに。
Things probably would have been going smoother if I don't listen to you sooner.
真島さん
Majima?
なんだ
What?
なんか私に隠れて変なものでも食べたりしました？
You need something funny when my back was turned, did you?
それはどういう意味だ？
What are you talking about?
いや、なんかまた昨日と様子が違うなと思いまして。
Well, it's just... It feels like you're acting different from yesterday.
やはり変か。
Is it strange?
変とかではないんですけど、
I don't think that's how I'd put it.
なんていうか、私の方の調子が狂うっていうか、その。
It's like... I don't know. Like I'm the one who's out of sync or something.
いやでも今の真島さんの方が絶対にいいんですけどね。
Oh, but don't get me wrong. You're definitely better this way.
今の方がいい。
I'm better this way?
そんなはずはないと思うが。
I don't really think that's the case. Now he was aware of the change within him. Majima couldn't quite grasp what Yui meant. All of a sudden, he heard a bizarre sound through the trees. You bitch!
甘いです。
So reckless. God damn it.
真島さん、この音って？
Majima, what's that sound?
わからん。
I don't know.
荻原、物音を立てるなよ。
Don't make a sound, got it?
はい。
Okay. The two hid behind the shadow of a tree and peeked out to find...
てめえ、いい加減に俺の銃を返しやがれっつってんだろうが。
I said quit fucking around, give me back my damn gun already!
許可です。
Out of the question.
あなたはあの真島という男を超えたいのでしょ？ならば素手で挑まなければ意味がありません。
You wish to surpass that Majima fellow, yes? Then resorting to anything but your bare hands is pointless. The fuck you say?
わからないのですか？だからあなたはダメなのです。
You fail to understand? This is why you're a lost cause.
やろう。てめえ何わけわかんねえことばっか言ってんだこら。このクソガキが。
Fucking bitch. How about you start talking goddamn sense already, you shitty brat?
だから甘いと言っています。
This is why I called you reckless.
そしてこれは私をガキと呼んだペナルティです。
Incidentally, this is a penalty for calling me a brat. The girl mercilessly drove her slender foot into Kurokawa's stomach. Despite their vast differences in height, the girl was totally leading Kurokawa by the nose.
なんかあの子すごいですね。
Is it just me or is that girl amazing?
ああ、あれで手を抜いているんだから大したものだ。
Yeah, it's really impressive considering she's going easy on him.
そんなのわかるんですか？
Huh? You can tell?
彼女は黒川が攻撃するのを待っている節があるからな。
Yes, because she's waiting for Kurokawa to attack first.
それって稽古でもつけてるんですかね？
Is that supposed to be some kind of training?
かもしれん。黒川がそれを望んでいるようには見えないが。
Possibly. Though it doesn't appear Kurokawa wants it.
やっぱりすごいんですね。
Wow, then she really is amazing, huh? Her skills were indeed incredible. Majima wasn't sure who'd emerge on top if he ever traded blows with her. However,
何にせよあんな技術はこのゲームでは役には立たんがな。
though that said, those skills mean nothing in this game.
どういうことですか？
Huh? What do you mean?
考えてみろ。サブマシンガンを持っている今の荻原なら彼女を殺すことなんて簡単だろう。
Think about it. Now that you have the submachine gun on your side, she'd be easy pickings for you, right?
何物騒なこと言ってるんですか？私がそんなことするわけないじゃないですか。
What? Are you crazy? Why would they ever do something like that?
あくまで仮定の話だ。
It's just a hypothetical scenario.
だがどんな技術を身につけていても銃を持った人間にはかなわない。それが紛れもない現実だ。
All I'm saying is that all the training in the world means nothing against a gun. That's just reality, plain and simple.
現実ですか？
Reality?
でもだったらどうしてなんですか？
Well, if that's the case, then why?
何かだ。
Hmm? Why what?
だってそれが現実だって言うならどうして真島さんはさっき私にサブマシンガンを渡したりしたんですか？
I mean, if you're claiming that's reality, then why'd you give me the submachine gun?
どんくさい私なんかが持つよりも絶対真島さんが持った方がいいはずなのに。
You would have been a much better fit for it than an airhead klutz like me.
それってなんか矛盾してないですか？
So don't you find that kind of contradictory?
それは
That's... She had a point. Yesterday, Majima decided to play this game. And yet his actions contradicted his decision. That was because up until this point, he considered his boxing skills to be the most reliable weapon he had. Nothing more, nothing less. But now that they obtained a powerful weapon, that logic no longer held water. All the training in the world means nothing against a gun. So why am I... Just then, there was a dry crack of a gunshot. The moment the air shook with that sound, Masaki Kurokawa believed his chance had finally come. The brat's attention was completely fixated in the direction of the gunshot. Now he could finally give that crazy brat a good hard punch in the face. Kurokawa's lips curved into a triumphant smirk. But just as he was swinging his fist down, it swayed all the way to the right for some reason.
黒川！
His swollen muscles were suddenly deflating. He felt the pain burning in his abdomen after missing the brat and falling on the ground. He grabbed onto a tree branch, running through a faint pain to run through his arm. Are you kidding me? The one who was shot was me?
黒川こっちです。
Kurokawa, this way! The brat grabbed him by the wrist and ungracefully dragged him behind the tree. But fortunately, the second gunshot never came. All I could hear was the rapidly fading sound of someone rushing through the bushes. Perhaps the mysterious assailant was fleeing. God damn it.
黒川死んではいけません。
You mustn't die, Kurokawa!
お前が死んでしまったら私はこれからどうやって食料を確保すればいいのですか？
How am I supposed to get food if you die?
だから黒川私のために死なないでください。
Please, live for my stomach! The brat was shouting selfish nonsense into his ear. Is my wound really that bad? His face is white as a sheet. Kurokawa fell around the wound in his abdomen. But there wasn't as much bleeding as he thought there'd be, and there wasn't a hole there either. It just grazed me?
Huh?
Huh? Hey, stir up all that shit over nothing.
私は悪くありません。
It's not my fault.
あ
The fuck you say?
その程度の傷で倒れる黒川が悪いのです。
It's your fault for getting knocked down by a puny wound like that.
まったく心配して損しました。私の心配を返してください。
I can't believe I was actually worried about you. Give me back my concern.
せえよこのガキ。この真ん中にでっけえ節穴を2つもつけやがってよ。
Shut up, you damn brat. I'm gonna give you 2 gaping holes where your eyes used to be.
せい。
なんだ野郎傷口殴ってんじゃねえぞほら。
You bitch! You punched me in my wound!
黙りなさい。一言多いのがいけないのです。
Silence! Quit running your tongue.
どこのバカが俺を弾きやがったんだ。
Still, who's the dumbass who shot at me?
おい面は拝んだのか。
Hey, you see their mug?
いえ、全く見えませんでした。
No. I couldn't see anything.
しかし影からこそこそ狙撃するなど、所詮はただの臆病者です。大した相手ではありません。
But they must have been a coward to target you from the shadows. There's nothing to threat over.
臆病者ね。まあ確かにそうかもしれないな。
Coward, huh? Yeah, maybe you're right.
場所を特定される前に引いたってことだ。なかなか頭が使える野郎だってことだぜ、腐ったれが。
That son of a bitch has a good head on them to fall back for to figure out where they were. Bastard.
意外ですね。
I'm surprised.
あ
About what?
あなたはもっと短絡的な行動を好む人間かと思っていましたが。
I took you for the type who preferred rash courses of action.
あ
Dumbass.
命のやり取りなんてもんはな、どんな手を使おうが最後に勝ちゃいいんだよ。
When your life's on the line, all that matters is winning in the end. By any means necessary.
確かにそれには私も同意ですが。
I don't disagree with that.
ですが未熟な者がその考えに頼るのはただの甘えでしかありません。
However, I believe it is naive for someone so green to rely on that mindset.
そして黒川、あなたには明確に足りないものがあります。
And there is something you clearly lack, Kurokawa.
あ
The fuck you say?
それは精神力です。
Mental fortitude.
おそらくあなたは常に負けることを恐れているのでしょう。
If I had to guess, you're always afraid of losing, aren't you?
だから相手を恫喝し、体格差や武器に頼り、戦いをすぐに終わらせようとする。
That's why you threaten your opponents, rely on your physical strength and weapons, and try to end the fight as quickly as possible.
自分を律し、恐怖を克服し、勝利のためにのみ行動する。そのために必要な精神力があなたには圧倒的に不足しているのです。
But you are sorely lacking in the mental fortitude necessary for restraining yourself, conquering your fear, and acting solely to achieve victory.
やっぱてめえは気に入らねえぜ。
You damn brat. This is why I can't stand you.
これも奇遇ですね。私もあなたのことが好きではありません。
What a coincidence. I don't like you either.
目がチカチカする金髪も、無駄にゴツゴツしたゴリラみたいな体も、その軟弱な精神も。
Not your eye-blindingly blonde hair, your overly rugged gorilla-like body, or your weak spirit.
絶対ぶっ殺してやるからな。
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
無理ですね、それは。
That won't happen.
私が黒川に負けるなど万に一つもありません。
You couldn't beat me in a million years. No, I'll fucking kill you for sure. Kurokawa glared at the brat, the pain in his abdomen forgotten over the bloodlust swelling within. Meanwhile,
待っててねマリコ。これさえ撃てばもう大丈夫なはずだから。
wait for me, Mariko. Once I give you this, you'll be right as rain, you hear? Unitoto ran across the mountain trail, clutching a syringe and a small bottle filled with antibodies. Fortunately, She managed to find them in the clinic she discovered in the abandoned village. She wanted to save as many players as possible. She wanted to return Mariko to her everyday life, safe and sound. But Yuna was so engrossed with that desire that she failed to keep proper vigilance of her surroundings.
司様、今です。
Now, Master Skasa.
あ
Yes. What the?
しま、
Oh shit! At that moment, a violent impact engulfed Yuna. Her right shoulder, right arm, left side, her thigh. Pain spread all across her body. By the time she came to her senses, she was lying on the mountain trail. What had hit her? All she could tell was that it was some kind of powerful rapid-fire gun.
瞳彼女にとどめよ
Hitomi, finish her.
はい。
As you wish. I recognize these voices. They were the slender boy and maid she encountered on the first day of the game. She tried looking in their direction to be sure, but her body refused to listen to her. An unsettling noise was getting closer to her by the second. Oh crap!
おや、まだ動けるとは驚きですね。
Oh, you can still move? I must admit, I am surprised.
でもご安心ください。今、楽にして差し上げます。
But please rest assured, your pain will soon be at ease. The sound grew closer and closer with each step the maid took. But Yuna gritted her teeth. Die.
Huh?
What?
こんなところで、
I'm not gonna...
こんなところで、死んでられるか！
I'm not gonna die in a place like this! What the? Yuna rose with a roar and spurred her body onwards into a rush. But she knew she could never outrun that maid with all the wounds she sustained. So Yuna decided to make an all-or-nothing gamble. She held the syringe and antibiotics needed to save Mariko close to her chest. And flung herself into the world of gravity on the other side of the cliff. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. I just need to take care of something now, so just gonna get off the stream for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Quick audio test. Alright, looks like we're still good to go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, let's continue. Second, sorry. By the time Tsukasa and Mitsubayashi looked down the cliff, Yuna was nowhere to be spotted.
逃げられたみたいだね。
Looks like she got away. Hitomi, who was standing right next to him, lowered her head with a regretful look in her eyes.
申し訳ありません。
My sincerest apologies.
いや、いいさ。
No, it's fine.
ここから飛び降りるなんて僕だって予想してなかったからね。
Even I didn't expect her to jump from this height.
さ、下に降りて彼女を追うよ。
Come now, let's go down and find her.
しかし、よろしいのですか？
Master, are you sure about that?
何が？
What do you mean?
我々の標的はあの者たちだったはずでは。
I thought we were after those people, not her.
ああ、もしかして藤田先輩たちのことを言ってる？
Oh, you mean Fuji and his group?
はい。
Yes,
そうか。でもそれはもういいんだ。
I see. But it's fine.
僕はもう彼らにこだわらない。
I'm no longer fixated on them.
だいたい今からあの山小屋に行ったところで彼らはもう別の場所に移動しているだろうしね。
Besides, they've likely relocated themselves by now.
だからさ、確実に一人ずつ始末していこうよ。
So we should take care of whatever targets present themselves.
瞳の今の体力を考えればきっとその方がこのゲームを早く終わらせられる。
Considering your current stamina, that'll be a faster way to end the game.
ですが司様、私のことはどうか。
But Master Skasa, I told you not to...
分かってるよ。
I know.
僕は別にお前のことを案じてるわけじゃない。
I'm not worried about you or anything.
合理的に考えてその方がいいって判断したんだ。
I merely determined this to be the most logical course of action.
だからお前は僕のメイドとして僕の命令に従っていればいい。
So all you have to do is follow my orders as my maid.
はい。かしこまりました、ご主人様。
Yes, understood, Master. Hitomi reverently bowed her head. But what she truly revered wasn't Skasa himself. Indeed, what she saw right now wasn't Skasa, but the master she so idolized. Idolized. Skasa gripped his pistol of vexation at that thought. An M93R. The new power he obtained to stand as equals to Hitomi. A powerful pistol equipped with 3-shot burst fire function. Just then, in the curtain drawn conference room, Haruna Hosotani had been there for the last 15 minutes all alone. Worried by how long Shuhei was taking, Komi had left to go look for him. All alone with nothing but her thoughts, Haruna took out her PDA and checked the player encounter information. 11:13 a.m. 2 and Jack and King encountered in Area 12. 11:14 a.m. 2 and King encountered in Area 12. 2 new encounters had appeared. It seems Hitomi and Tsukasa encountered the red-haired girl. But Haruna couldn't tell how it turned out for your side.
遅いな。お兄ちゃんの子供。
Big Brother and Kodomi sure are taking their time. Haruna sighed unconsciously and looked to the door. She didn't hear either of their footsteps.
もしかして私、お兄ちゃんが何とかしてくれるって思ってる。
Could it be that I actually believe Big Brother will come with a plan? Haruna voiced her thoughts. Kill or be killed. Up until now, Haruna thought those were the only options they had.
でも、お兄ちゃんなら、もしかしたら。
But knowing him, he might just... And for a moment, Haruna briefly forgot reality.
ハルナちゃん、大変だよ、シュウちゃんが。
Haruna! This is horrible! Shoes! Huh?
お兄ちゃんがどうかしたの？
Did something happen to my brother?
いいから早くこっちに来て。
Just come with me! Hurry! Kodomi took Haruna by the hand, dragged her out into the hall at top speed. She was clearly perturbed. Finally, Kotomi stopped at the first floor lobby.
ハルナちゃん、あそこ。
Haruna! Over there! Kodomi was pointing at a hole in the linoleum floor. Upon closer inspection, Haruna discovered a vertical shaft and a metal ladder leading underground.
地下室。この施設にこんな場所が。
A basement room? Does the facility have something like this all along?
もしかしてお兄ちゃんはこの下に？
Is this where my brother is?
違うの。でも急いで。
No, it's not! But hurry! Kodomi plunged into the hole. Though bewildered by the unexpected turn of events, Haruna quickly followed suit. And at the bottom, she found nothing other than...
何よ、この部屋。
What is this room? It was a wall lined with monitors, showing video footage from all across the game field. Haruna spotted several familiar players on some of them.
ハルナちゃん、これを見て。
Haruna, take a look at this! Kodomi filled the machine. Just then, one of the monitors started showing video footage labeled Day 4, Area 8, 03, 11 a.m.
お兄ちゃん。
Big brother? A moment later, the footage showed smoke rising from Shuhei's gun, followed by him bitterly lowering his weapon before running away.
ねえ、ハルナちゃん、これってシュウちゃんなんだよね。別に CG とかそういうことじゃないんだよね。
Hey Haruna, that was Shu, wasn't it? It wasn't some kind of CGI or anything like that, was it?
わからないわ。
I don't know. Though Haruna went with a safe answer, she couldn't imagine the administrators of anything to gain from falsifying footage like this. Which meant...
コトミ、この時お兄ちゃんが誰を狙っていたのか知りたいんだけど、すぐ探せる？
Kodomi, I want to know who my brother was shooting at. Can you find out?
やってみる。
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. But deep down, Haruna already knew the answer. Why had Shuhei borrowed Haruna's PDA back then? Why had he told the two Haruna and Kodomi the way in the conference room?
あったよ。ほらこれ。
Found it! Here it is! The footage Kodomi pulled up, labeled Day 4, Area 8, 06, 11 a.m., showed a girl with jet black hair and a blonde man. A few seconds later, The footage depicted the blonde man getting shot. Once she saw that, Haruna immediately took out her PDA and looked around for the pertinent encounter information. And just as she suspected, the man's player number was... I knew it.
春菜ちゃん、どういうことなの？
Knew what, Haruna?
琴美、お兄ちゃんが狙撃したその男のプレイヤーナンバーは8。
Kotomi, the guy my brother shot at was player number 8.
あなたのクリア対象の一人よ。
One of the targets for your clear condition. What?
きっとお兄ちゃんもこの場所を見つけてたのよ。
My brother must have found this place.
そしてここの映像と私の PDA から得た情報を合わせて琴美のクリア対象を特定したんだわ。
He then compared the footage for the information on my PDA to determine the targets for your clear condition.
それじゃシュウちゃんは
No. Then you mean Shu is...
お兄ちゃんが選んでしまったのよ。
Yes. He made his choice.
自分が殺人者になって琴美をクリアさせるって。
He decided to become a murderer so he could win the game.
それに多分私のことも。
And probably so I could too.
そしてお兄ちゃん自身は最後に
Then once it's all over, he plans to... Okay, I'll be going now. What sort of face must Shuhei have been wearing when he left the room with those words?
シュウちゃん、
Shu? Why?
私たちシュウちゃんにそんなこと望んでないのに。
We never wanted you to do this. Since Shuhei was acting alone, it would be impossible to track him down with Haruna's PDA. Because he'd fired from a distance, he'd been too far away for a PDA to count that as an encounter. In any case, that meant they'd be far too late if they relied on the encounter information to locate him. At this rate, Big Brother will kill someone. Once he does, he'll sink into the same world as me.
探そう、春菜ちゃん。
Let's go find him, Haruna. Huh?
私シュウちゃんに人殺しなんてさせたくない。
I don't want to let Shu kill someone.
だから探そうよ、春菜ちゃん。ここの機材を使えばきっとシュウちゃんの行き先だって。
So let's go find him. We can use this information to locate him.
琴美、そうね、すぐにお兄ちゃんを探しましょう。
You're right. Let's go look for him.
二人で手分けすればきっとまだ間に合うはずだから。
If the two of us split up the work, we should be able to find him before it's too late. Okay. Haruna and Kotomi nodded at each other and switched the footage on the monitors one after another in search of Shuhei. I wonder how I look on camera right about now. Hatsune Otoda thought about that as she quietly followed Mitsuru from behind. Hey, Mitsuru?
なんだい、初音ちゃん。
What is it, Hatsune?
みつるの PDA のことお尋ねしてもいいですか？
Can you tell me about your PDA?
うん、もちろん。
Of course.
僕の PDA はジョーカー。特殊機能は半径10メートル以内にある PDA に変化できるだよ。
My PDA is the Joker. Its special function allows me to change into any other PDA within 10 meters.
それじゃあもしかして初音の PDA にも。
Huh? Wait, then that means mine too?
もちろん変化できるけど、でもそんなことしないから安心してよ。
I could if I wanted to, yeah. But don't worry, I won't.
僕のセカンドステージのクリア条件は変化したことがある PDA の持ち主全員の死亡なんだ。
My second stage clear condition is to kill the owner of every PDA if it copied.
そんなことしちゃったら初音ちゃんは僕のクリア対象になっちゃうからね。
So if I were to do that, he'd become one of my targets.
だから僕は 初音ちゃんの PDA をコピーしたりなんかしない。約束するよ。
That's why I'll never copy your PDA. I swear it on my life.
はいです。初音もみつるを信用するのです。
Thank you. I trust you too. Hatsune beamed, still conscious of the countless cameras set up across the woods. If this was all it took to fool one boy, then her captive audience was probably getting a kick out of this too. Oh, Mitsuru, you really are an idiot. A sadistic pleasure began to bubble in Hatsune's heart. Mitsuru immediately reacted to the unexpected beeping.
初音ちゃん、この音って。
Hatsune, what's that sound?
これは初音の PDA が初音たちの20メートル以内に誰かが近づいたことを知らせている音なのです。
That's the sound my PDA makes whenever someone gets within 20 meters.
なんだって。一体どこに。
What? Where are they? Mitsuru panicked and looked back and forth. With the opportunity having finally presented itself, Hatsune quickly switched her PDA over to her new function. Just then, Mitsuru pointed in a direction.
初音ちゃん、あそこ。
Hatsune, over there! Huh? Hatsune looked in the direction of Mitsuru's finger and spotted someone walking down a mountain trail through the woods.
あれは周
Is that Shuhei?
もしかして知ってる人なの？
Huh? You know him?
平はいです。最初の説明会を一緒に受けた人なのです。
Yeah. He was at the briefing with me on the first day.
どんなプレイヤーだったか覚えてる？
Do you remember what kind of player he was?
途中で春菜ってプレイヤーを追いかけて出て行ってしまったですが、割と優しい感じの人だったです。
He suddenly left halfway to go chase after another player, but he seemed like a pretty nice guy.
そっか。でもどうする初音ちゃん？このまま隠れてる？それとも彼に接触した方がいい？
I see. What should we do? Hide? Or go talk to him?
初音が決めるですか？
Huh? You want me to decide?
だってほら、初音ちゃんのクリア条件は初音ちゃんしか知らないから。
Well, I don't know your clear conditions, so...
そうだったですね。
Oh yeah, that's right. You mustn't let anyone know your clear condition. After she remembered the unspoken rule about her condition, Hatsune thought fast on her feet. What do I do about Shuhei? With a condition like hers, there was only one option from the start.
初音はちょっと周平と話してみるです。
I'm gonna go talk to him.
でもそれって危険なんじゃ。
Huh? Wasn't that dangerous?
大丈夫なのです。初音が一人だけで行った方がきっと警戒されにくいはずなのです。
It's okay. You shouldn't be so cautious if I go alone.
だからみつるはここで待っててほしいのです。
So I want you to wait here.
あ、初音ちゃん。
Wait, Hatsune! But Hatsune ignored Mitsuru and ran out of the bush. Though she's out here to work on someone as cold as Skasa, someone like Shuhei would definitely let his guard down for Hatsune. Mitsuru would be surprised when she suddenly killed Shuhei, but Hatsune was confident she could pull the wool over his eyes with an excuse or two. Shuhei was looking her way. He already noticed her. Hatsune exited the woods and stepped onto the mountain trail and showed a clapperboard in her head, signaling the start of a new scene.
周平、
初音か。
Oh, it's you, Hatsune.
なのです。まさか周平ともう一度会えるなんて初音は思ってもみなかったのです。
Yeah, I never thought I'd see you again.
そうだな。説明会以来だな。
True. Haven't seen you since the briefing. Shuhei lowered the gun he'd been leveling. Hatsune chose her next words carefully as she watched his every move.
ところで周平はあれからどうしてたのですか？
By the way, what have you been up to since then?
春菜とは無事に会えたですか？
Were you able to find Haruna alright?
ああ、なんとかな。
Yeah, more or less.
それは何よりだったです。
Good, that's great.
でも今はどうして一人なのですか？琴美の姿も見当たらないようですが。
Wait, then why are you all alone? I don't see Kotomi anywhere.
二人とも今は別の場所にいるよ。
The two of them aren't here.
こっちのエリアに用事があるのは俺だけだったからな。
I came to this area alone to take care of some business, you see.
それより初音こそマリコさんや大輔と一緒じゃなかったのか。
Anyway, on that note, weren't you with Mariko and Daisuke? There it is. Once she received the question she'd been expecting, Hatsune dialed up her acting.
マリコと途中ではぐれてしまって、
Well, I got separated from Mariko,
大輔は
and Daisuke was...
大輔は誰かに殺されちゃったのです。
Daisuke was killed by someone.
殺された？
He's dead?
だから初音は
Yeah. So I...
初音はとても怖かったのです。
I've been so scared. Hatsune quickly closed the distance between her and Shuhei, as her eyes welled with tears. At the same time, she reached into her jacket pocket. All she had to do was take it out, thrust it at Shuhei's chest, and pull the trigger. But when Hatsune thought that... Huh? Hatsune felt a muzzle pressing against her forehead. She looked up and was greeted with an icy glare.
初音、誰かじゃないだろ。
You dropped the axe, Hatsune. Huh?
大輔はお前がその手で殺したはずだよ。
You're the one who killed Daisuke, right? How did he know? Just then, someone rushed out to the mountain trail through the nearby bushes.
初音ちゃん。
I thought he told him to wait! But at that moment, Hatsune was grateful for Mitsuru's intervention.
おい、お前、その銃を今すぐ下ろせ。
Hey, you! Put the gun down! Now!
下ろせって言ってるじゃないか。
Are you deaf? I said put it down! But Shuhei wasn't fazed by Mitsuru's hysteric order. Instead, he spoke to Mitsuru in a calm voice.
なあ、あんたは知ってるのか？
Hey, do you know?
知ってるって何をさ。
No what?
初音のクリア条件だ。
Hasune's clear condition.
いや、知らないけど。だからなんだって言うんだよ。
No, I don't. But so what?
やっぱりな。
Figured.
本当のことを知っている人間が初音と一緒に行動できるはずはない。そうだろう、初音。
There's no way anyone would be with you sorry, there's no way you'd be with her if you did. Right, Hatsune?
何を言うですか？
Shuhei, what are you talking about?
初音が生き残るためには他の船員を一人残らず溺死させなきゃいけない。これはお前のセリフだったよな。
To ensure I survive, I have to let all the other sailors drown. Isn't that what you said?
さっきから何の話をしているんだ。
What are you guys talking about?
まだわからないのか。
You still don't get it?
つまり初音がクリアするためには 初音以外の全プレイヤーの死亡が必要だっていうことさ。
I'm saying that Hatsune's clear condition calls for the deaths of every other player. What?
ってことは僕もその中に。
You mean me too?
そうだ。
Exactly.
デタラメなのです。周平が嘘をついているのです。
That's ridiculous! You're lying!
いいのか、初音。そんなことを言っても。
Then why don't you prove it? Huh?
お前が身の潔白を証明したければ、ここで彼にお前の PDA を見せる必要がある。
You'll have to show him your PDA if you want to prove your innocence.
そんなことお前にできるのか？
Can you do that? Oops. Shuhei was clearly goading her. Hasune didn't know what happened, but he wasn't the same guy she met 3 days ago. But it wasn't like she didn't have any other tricks left up her sleeve.
見せればいいのですね。
Okay. I just have to show you, right?
どうするのですか？見ないのですか？
Well, are you gonna look?
いいだろう。ゆっくり PDA を取り出すんだ。
Alright. Take out your PDA. Slowly.
そっちの彼もそれでいいな。
Hey, you there. You okay with that too, right?
あ
Yeah.
あ、初音。妙な真似はするなよ。
Don't try pulling these stunts, Hatsune.
しないのです。初音はただ PDA を取り出すだけなのです。
I won't. I'm just taking out my PDA, that's all. With a faint smile, Hatsune took her PDA out of her outer pocket. She then thrust the words on in Shuhei's face. When a player dies within 1 meter of this PDA, all player collars, with the exception of this PDA's player within 5 meters, will detonate. Shuhei's face paled.
さあ周平、もう銃を下ろすのです。
Now put the gun down, Shuhei.
もし初音が死にでもしたら首輪が爆発してしまうのですよ。
If I die, your collar will explode.
嘘だろ初音ちゃん。
No, you can't be serious, Hatsune.
どうして僕がここにいるのにそんな機能を。
Why would you activate that function when I'm here?
初音は最初からみつるのことなんてどうでもよかったのです。そのうち使い捨てにするつもりだったのですよ。
I never cared about you at all. You've been nothing but a pawn to me from the start.
じゃあ
You mean?
ですです。周平の言ったことは全部正しいのです。
Yep. It's all like Shuhei said.
初音の本当のクリア条件は自分以外のプレイヤー全員の死亡だったのです。
My clear condition is all players except for you die.
そんな初音ちゃん。
No, it can't be true. Mitsuru shot a pained look at Hatsune. Hatsune spurned him and laughed even louder.
さあ二人とも銃を地面に捨てるです。この距離なら二人は初音の言うことを聞くしかないのです。
Now drop your guns, both of you. At this range, you have no choice but to do as I say.
いや、それはどうかな。
You sure about that?
はあ、この状況で周平に何ができるというのですか？
What? Are you saying you have a way out of this, Shuhei?
悪いな、初音。
As a matter of fact, yes.
俺の PDA の特殊機能は半径10メートル以内にある PDA の特殊機能を無効化するなんだ。
My PDA special function nullifies all other PDA special functions within 10 meters.
だからここでお前を殺しても俺と彼の首輪は爆発しない。
So even if I kill you, our collars won't detonate. What? Shuhei's eyes were ice cold. Hatsune could find no lie in them. They weren't the eyes of an actor like her. They were the eyes that maid who have killed without a moment's hesitation.
さあ、そっちの彼も分かっただろう。
Hey you get it now, right?
あんたは初音に利用されてただけなんだ。
Hatsune was just using you.
初音が大輔を殺している以上、俺は初音を殺さなきゃならない。
Since she killed Daisuke, I have to kill her.
だがあんたは俺の殺害対象じゃない。
But I have no reason to kill you.
だからもう俺に向けているその銃を下ろすんだ。
So put your gun down already.
もし俺と利害が一致するなら、あんたと協力関係を結んでやってもいい。だから
If our interests align, I can help you out. So,
嫌なのです。
no.
爪は死にたくないのです。
I don't want to die.
悪いな、初音。
Sorry, Hatsune.
俺はもうすでに一度プレイヤーの殺害に失敗しているんだ。
I've already failed to kill a player before,
だから今度こそしくじるわけにはいかない。
so I can't afford to screw up this time.
なああんた、手出しはしないでくれるんだよな。
Hey you, could you stay out of this? Mitsuru froze up. Hatsune had all but spat in his face. After all that, it was highly unlikely Mitsuru would help her ever again. Shuhei turned back to Hatsune as though he were thinking the same thing.
初音、俺を恨んでくれて構わない。
Hate me all you want, Hatsune.
だが俺もすぐ後を追うから、その時は俺を好きにしてくれ。
I'll be joining you soon, so do with me as you will there. And with those words, Shuhei set his sights on Hatsune once again. No! This is it. Everything I've built up after all these years is gonna fade away, just like this. And what have I been working so hard for? No, I don't want to die in a place like this. But Daisuke must have thought of the same thing. In that case, what I did back then, and what Shuhei's about to do now, are both... Shuhei started pulling the trigger. Hatsune had run out of cards in her deck. But right then...
お兄ちゃん、ダメ！
Big brother, no!
シュウちゃんやめて！
Shoo, stop! Haruna and Kotomi cut between Hatsune and Shuhei.
春菜、それに琴美も。
Haruna, Kotomi,
どいてくれ二人とも。俺はもう決めたんだ。
get out of my way. I've already made up my mind.
こうする以外にお前たちを救う方法は。
This is the only way to save you both.
ダメ！絶対にさせない！
No, I won't let you do it.
そうだよ、シュウちゃん！シュウちゃんが人殺しになる必要なんてないんだから！
Me neither. You don't have to become a killer.
だったら二人ともどうやって生き残るつもりなんだ。
Then how do you plan on surviving?
生き残らなくてもいいよ！
I don't.
シュウちゃんにこんなことさせるぐらいなら私生き残らなくてもいい！
I'd rather die than let you do this.
琴美、
私もお兄ちゃんのためなら命を捨てても構わない。
I don't mind dying for you.
でもお兄ちゃんが私たちのために死ぬのだけは絶対に嫌！
But I can't let you die for me. Not a chance.
春菜、どうしてお前まで。
You too, Haruna? But why? No one wants to die. So when thrown into a desperate situation, people could live with murder. That was how human nature was supposed to be. Yet Shuhei, Kotomi, and Haruna all wanted to die for each other. they were cycling the plank of Carneades. To Hatsune, who had killed Daisuke to escape her suffering, and worn a mask to escape the guilt of her sin. Their actions were like a denial of her very self. Before she even knew what she was doing, Hatsune reached into her pocket. A derringer. She pointed that 123 8mm gun at the three of them. Shuhei pushed Kotomi and Haruna aside and jumped in front of them. Hatsune pulled the trigger without even thinking. The forest echo of a loud crack and a giant hole sprouted in the middle of Shuhei's chest. A red stain blossomed across his torn shirt. Big brother! How dare you! You'll pay for that! Haruna raised her crossbow and aimed for Hatsune's chest. Hatsune stared at it like it wasn't even happening to her. The impulsive bloodlust that had briefly taken hold of her faded, leaving an empty shell. All she could think was that she was going to die right here and now. However... Freeze! Mitsuru's warning shots bored 2 holes near Haruna's feet. Freeze! I said freeze! Make a move, and you're dead. Why are you? Why are you trying to save me? Because you're my... Those were the words Hatsune least wanted to hear at that moment. A moment after she thought that, she screamed as if to drown them out. Mitsuru's eyes widened. He stared at Hatsune in surprise and then looked away. Scared by that look of his, Hatsune immediately turned around and ran. Hatsune! You're not getting away! Stop! Hatsune heard screams and gunshots from behind her as she ran. It seemed Mitsuru had fired at Haruna when she tried to shoot an arrow at Hatsune. Right after that, Mitsuru was hot on Hatsune's heels. Wait! Hatsune, wait! Hatsune ran as fast as she could. She tried to curl her lips into a cruel sneer as she did. But she found she could no longer play that role. Fortunately, the boy's bullet only grazed Haruna Hosotani's thigh. But Hatsune's bullet had pierced Shuhei's sternum and lung. Haruna, what should I do?
ちゃんの血全然止まらないだよ。
Shu won't stop bleeding.
このままじゃシュウちゃんが。
If this keeps up, he's gonna... Ptolemy's hands, pressed up against Shuhei's chest, were already dyed crimson. Rivulets of blood poured onto the ground, leaving black stains. Shuhei was likely past the point of no return. Perhaps because Kotomi was the one doing all the crying and panicking, Haruna found she was able to observe the situation calmly, much as she hated it. And Shuhei was just as calm as she was.
いいんだ。
Kotomi, that's enough.
この傷じゃどうせ助かりっこない。
I can tell I'm not gonna make it.
嫌だよシュウちゃん。そんなの嫌だよ。
No! That's not true, Shu! That's not true!
お願いだから諦めないでよ。
Please don't give up!
シュウちゃんがいなくなったら私生きていけないよ。
I can't live without you!
そんなことを言ってお兄ちゃんをそれ以上苦しめないで。
Kotomi, don't. You're only gonna make it that much harder on him if you say that. But...
ダメだよ私。ダメだよシュウちゃん。
I can't do it. I can't do it, Shu.
大丈夫。大丈夫だよ。
Kotomi. It's alright. Shuhei rustled Kotomi's hair with comfort yet concern. Haruna knew that was the only reason she herself could stay calm. She didn't want to give Shuhei another reason to worry in his last moments. Hey, Haruna?
お兄ちゃん。
Yes, big brother?
琴美のことをお前に頼んでもいいか。
Can you take care of Kotomi after I'm gone?
分かってる。
Yes, of course.
悪いな。
Sorry.
私も琴美のこと好きだから。
Don't be. I like Kotomi too.
それにお兄ちゃんにはずっと恩返ししなきゃって思ってたし。
And besides, I've always wanted to repay you.
恩返し。
For what?
だって私お兄ちゃんがあの時幸せを願ってくれたから今まで生きてこれたんだもん。
It's because you wished for my happiness back then, and I've lived such a blessed life. So now it's my turn to make it up to you.
ありがとうな。
I see. Thanks. Shuhei stroked Kotomi's hair again. The flicker of his life would soon be snuffed out. After seeing so much death herself, Haruna was painfully aware of that.
ねえお兄ちゃん他にはもう言い残すことはない？
Hey, big brother. Is there anything else you want to say before... Well... Yeah.
子供と春菜と3人で
I wish the three of us
一度でいいから街を歩いてみたかったかな。
could have hung out together after all this, even just once.
そうね。私もよ。
Yes, me too.
何お兄ちゃん。
Yes, big brother?
お兄ちゃんもう行かなきゃ。
I've got to go now. What? The light rapidly faded from Shuhei's eyes. The motions of his hand against Kotomi's head grew slower and slower. Haruna felt something shattering within her. The one she treasured most. Hold on a second. Alright, the one she treasured most, the one she wanted back in her life more than anything, her beloved brother, was about to... But just as Haruna's false composure was about to abandon her, Shuhei stopped moving. Big brother?
しゅうちゃんだな。
Kotomi's lamentations resounded through the mountain trail. Haruna felt endless streams of tears rolling down her own cheeks. But she tightened her grip around her crossbow, refusing to give voice to her own grief. Hasune Ototo's lungs burned as she sprinted through the twilight forest. No matter how much she ran, the boy remained on her trail, hot on her trail.
初音ちゃん待ってくれよ。僕は君を守りたいんだ。
Wait, Hatsune, I want to protect you. Stay away from me!
うわ
Oh!
撃たないでくれよ。初音ちゃん
Don't shoot me, Hatsune! I told you to stay away! I'm gonna shoot you for real next time!
どうしてだよ。
Why?
どうして一人になろうとするんだよ初音ちゃん。
Why are you trying to go off on your own, Hatsune? Shut up! Why are you still trying to follow me? Are you crazy or something? Hatsune's clear condition called for the death of all other players. Mitsuru knew that, and yet he was still chasing after her. Hatsune couldn't begin to comprehend it. Mitsuru, please go away, I'm begging you! I'm no longer the Hatsune Ando you know!
嫌だ。僕は絶対ね初音ちゃんから離れない。
No! I won't leave you! Never! Just then, Mitsuru charged right at Hatsune. Hatsune held her derringer at the ready once more. When she pulled the trigger... I'm out of bullets?
初音ちゃん
Right when Hatsune looked toward that valiant scream, Mitsuru knocked her to the ground. When she came to her senses, Mitsuru had both her arms pinned down. Let me go! She struggled. As she struggled, she tried to escape from Mitsuru's grip. All of a sudden, something warm fell on Hatsune's cheek. But it didn't stop there. Warm drops kept pelting her cheeks over and over. Hatsune looked up and realized Mitsuru was crying. His glasses had been knocked off by the force of the impact.
どうしてなんだよ初音ちゃん。
Why? Why did you do it, Hatsune?
どうして初音ちゃんが人殺しなんか。
Why did you kill someone?
仕方なかったのです。
I had no choice.
初音のクリア条件は
If I don't fulfill my clear condition, I'll...
違うんだよ初音ちゃん。
No, that's not it, Hatsune.
僕が言いたいのはそういうことじゃないんだよ。
That's not what I'm trying to say. Huh?
僕が言いたいのはさ、初音ちゃんがやらなくてもよかったってことなんだ。
What I'm saying is, you don't have to be the one who do it.
初音ちゃんがやらなくても言ってくれれば僕が代わりにやったんだ。
Just say the word, and I'll take care of it for you.
初音ちゃんはもう傷つかなくていい。
You don't have to get hurt any longer.
初音ちゃんはもう誰も殺さなくていいんだよ。
You don't have to kill anyone ever again.
あの時僕が言った言葉は本当なんだ。
I meant what I said back then.
初音ちゃんは僕が守る。
I'll protect you.
頼りないかもしれないけど初音ちゃんのためになら僕は死ねるんだ。
I know I can't be counted on for anything, but I'd die for you if I had to.
だから初音ちゃん僕のことを信じてよ。
So trust me. Mitsuru's warm tears kept raining down on Hasune's face. Hasune couldn't understand why he wept. Not when Hasune Ando, the idol, was long gone.
それはそんなに初音のことが好きなのですか？
Do you really like me that much?
ああ大好きだよ初音ちゃん。
Yeah, I love you, Hatsune.
初音はもう2人も殺しているのですよ。それでも初音が好きなのですか？
I've already killed 2 people, you know? You still like me in spite of that?
もちろんだよ。だって初音ちゃんはいつだって僕らの初音ちゃんじゃないか。
Of course. Because you'll always be our Hatsune, right?
そうですか？
Is that true?
ああそうなんだよ初音ちゃん。
Yeah, it is Hatsune. Hatsune stared at Mitsuru with utter bafflement. Which of them was the crazy one? Mitsuru or herself? By this point, Hatsune couldn't even tell anymore. One second. Okay. Though her mind felt like it was in a fog, Mariko Ueno still managed to open her eyes when she felt someone approaching. What she found awaiting was a distorted world straight out of a nightmare. The high fever that ravaged her had scrambled her memories into an indecipherable jumble, rendering her unable to remember even what she was doing here. Was she only hallucinating that she'd woken up? No. The shivers were all too real. A bizarre creature was right in front of her. It was a monster rancid with blood. It staggered over to Mariko. Go. Here. No. Stay away. Okay. Listen. Stay away! Stay away from me! Down. It's just me.
ないでって言ってるのに。
I said stay away! Before she even knew what she was doing, Mariko fired the gun in her hand at the monster. But it stole her firearm in a flash. Then gripped her by the wrist, rendering her powerless.
やめて。
No! Stop!
離して。お願いだから殺さないで。
Let me go! Please don't kill me!
こら、マリコ。
Come on, Mariko.
だから私だって言ってるでしょうが。
Like I told you, it's just me. When she heard that voice in her ear. Huh? The fog finally lifted from her eyes.
ユーナさん。そうよ。まったく気づくのが遅いんだから。
That's right. Sheesh. Would have killed you nose a little earlier.
さっき私が撃ったのは。
Wait. Then the one I shot was.
ほら、そんなことはいいから。さ、腕出して。
Look, just forget about that. Hold out your arm. Huh? Mariko realized Yuna was holding a syringe and a bottle filled with some liquid.
私のために。
This is for me?
そうよ。
That's right.
でも、ごめんね。遅くなっちゃって。
I'm sorry I was late.
そんな、ユーナさんの方こそ傷だらけじゃないですか。
Don't apologize. Yuna, where did you get all those cuts?
いいっていいって。
These? No biggie.
ほら、私が撃ってあげるから。じっとしてるのよ。
Anyway, I'll give you the shot. So hold still. Yuna loaded the syringe as quickly as she could and injected its contents into Mariko's arm.
よし。これでもう安心ね。
Good. That's a huge load off my mind.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.
だからいいってば。
Like I said, no biggie.
でもユーナさん、本当に大丈夫なんですか？
But, are you sure you're okay, Yuna?
うん。
Yeah.
でもさすがにちょっと疲れたかな。
But, I gotta admit I'm a little tired. After she said that, Yuna's body tilted sideways. A puddle of blood radiated around her, growing by the second.
もしかしてさっき私が撃った弾が。
Wait! Did I hit you?
いいのよ、マリコ。
Oh, that? Don't worry about it, Mariko.
いいわけないじゃないですか。
What are you talking about?
確か包帯がこっちに。
We've got bandages over there!
マリコ、だからいいんだってば。
Mariko, I told you not to worry about it.
ちょっとヘマやっちゃってさ。私ってばもともと助かりっこなかったのよ。
I'm the one who screwed up. Hell, I shouldn't even live this long to begin with.
だからいいのよ。私はこれで
So don't worry about it. Because
これでようやく私もあいつのところに行けるんだから。
this means I can finally see him again.
そんな
No! No!
マリコ、あんたちゃんと生き延びるんだよ。
Mariko, listen, you have to live.
じゃないと私何のために頑張ったのかわからなくなっちゃうからさ。
If you don't, everything I fought so hard for will all go to waste.
だから
So please,
マリコ生きて
live on, Mariko.
いい子だから
You can do that. You're a good person. And with that, Yuna peacefully breathed her last. Mariko came to her senses, only to realize her knees were stained with Yuna's blood. A playful jingle filled the still air.
クリア条件が達成されました。おめでとうございます。
You have fulfilled your clear condition. Congratulations.
ユナさん、どうして
No! Yuna! Why?
私何もしてないのに。
I haven't even done anything.
いつもただ怯えているだけで死にたくないってそればっかりで。
I've just been hauling up like a coward, crying all the time about how I don't want to die.
ユナさんならもっとたくさんの人を救えたはずなのに。
Yuna could have saved a lot more people.
なのにどうして。
So why? Tears of lament rained on Yuna's battered body.
間違ってる。
This is wrong.
こんなの絶対に間違ってる。
This is all wrong. So wrong.
ユナさんが私のために死ぬことなんてなかったのに。
Yuna didn't die for me.
私がユナさんを殺したんだ。
I killed her, that's what.
本当は私が死ねばよかったのに。
I wish I was the one who died. Mariko knew that this wasn't what Yuna would have wanted. But if she could turn back time by surrendering her own life, then she'd do it in a heartbeat. And as impossible as she knew that was. Just then, her prayers were answered.
じゃあそうしてあげようか、瞳。
Well, shall we grant her wish, Hitomi?
はい。お望み通りに。
Yes, as you command. Huh? Mariko looked up and saw Skasa and the beautiful Grim Reaper regarding her coldly. She heard a chainsaw roar life. And when it was swung down, Mariko's consciousness faded into the depths of nothingness, longing for an unfulfilled wish. Okay, we're gonna leave it off here for now. So, yeah, several deaths already happened, more shakeups of alliances, bunch of uncomfortable troops coming out. But that will have to wait until next time. So until then, I'll see you all later.